Hello and welcome. I think I got another issue of Robin 2 The Joker's Wild somewhere. And it really doesn't matter. Because I went into this not remembering that other issue. I went into this not really knowing what was going on. And I found the Joker. Oh, the sun came out all of a sudden. Look at that. Now we got shadows everywhere. You're just going to have to live with those shadows. I can't do anything about it. But yeah, I went into this not really knowing what was going on. Like, I don't know the backstory of this. I don't know why we got a book that's just focusing on Robin. What I do know is we got this cool little hologram right there. Looks awesome. It's just like a sticker applied to the book. It's not part of the paper. It's just over top of it. And we start off with typical Batman stuff. We got people breaking into a building. We got crime in progress. We got a Batman character, in this case Robin, coming to stop that crime. Also, this ad over here for Double Dragon games kind of makes me want to go play Double Dragon on the NES. That's a great game, by the way. I don't like Double Dragon 2 that much, but the first Double Dragon, rock solid on the NES. Absolutely. One of my favorite NES games, even though I think I've only ever beaten it maybe one time. That was probably with the help of the Game Genie. Let's be honest. Anyway, so the Joker thinks, or everybody, let me put it this way, everybody thinks Batman is in town. But the reality of the situation is, Batman is not in town, and Robin is trying to cover for him. There's this subplot where the Joker has this dude drugged and working on something for him. Yeah, mysterious something or other. Who knows? I didn't realize this is what people look like when they're drugged out. You know, I mean, just look at that guy's face. Like, ugh, excellent. He's so cooperative. Yeah, I read all the Joker dialogue in Mark Hamill's voice. There's this great bit in here that we're going to look at. Got this actress showing up at the Majestic Theater. See the little Joker logo on the business card. She should know better. So she shows up at this theater. There's no one around. The cabbie abandons her. She goes in. I love this sequence, by the way. I love this because I was like, oh man, this is bad. She goes in. Is anyone here? So glad you could make it. Look, I got this card from some guy I met at the agency. The part is a simple one, my dear. All I require is that you scream. Let me hear you scream. Okay, he just says, let me hear you scream, but, you know, it gets way more dramatic in my mind. Eek. A bit more enthusiasm, a bit more motivation. And your only escape? To raise your voice and let out all your terror for the world to hear. And she screams. I loved how freaking menacing the Joker was in this sequence. This is really good stuff. I felt like a sense of dread for this character, whoever she is, that I literally just met. Like, I don't know her from Jimmy John, right? But she's here for like 3 or 4 pages, and I'm just like, oh man, she's about to get herself killed. She is about to get herself killed. Every panel she goes forward, just a little bit closer to, she's about to get herself killed. Every panel, she's a little closer to the Joker just killing her because he doesn't find her amusing. And then he gets what he wants, which sets up the rest of the issue where he's pulling off some kind of job and he needs her to scream to distract the police so that they think there's a suicide while him and his gang go do some stuff. And then Batman shows up and the Joker's, well, Batman shows up. The Joker starts figuring out what's going on, which sets up the stakes and the plot to move to the next issue where, you know, stuff is going to get crazier. This was a lot of fun. Like approaching this not as part of a miniseries, not as something I knew a whole lot about, but just as a single issue. And I still came in here unaware of the backstory, unaware of what was going on, and I had a good time. That definitely reminds me of how comic books used to be. This is part of an overarching plot line. It's part of a big story, but it was real easy to get up to speed on where we were. It was real easy to get caught up and to understand the setup so that I knew what was going on so then I could just enjoy the book. I don't think modern books really introduce stuff to you so gently. Like, I don't think you could jump into Deceased Worthy Undead Gods, issue 7 here, and just pick up and start reading it. I think you'd probably go a little bit insane because you're like, why the heck are there things in this book? Like, that doesn't make any sense. And it's because you've missed all the times where somebody's died and all that kind of stuff, so you have no context for what's going on. Here, we're not that far from a status quo point of Batman and Robin saving the day. So it's real easy just through a couple lines of dialogue between Robin and his friend at school, or Robin and Alfred, thank you, Brain, and Alfred to kind of get caught up in what's going on. I liked it. I liked it a lot. This was really great. Chuck Dixon did a great job writing this thing. They should just let him write all Bat comics. That's my opinion. Anyway, you all take care of yourselves. You have a great day. Thank you for joining me. Hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.